Welcome to your digital classroom. I am Saji Kevi and you are watching my channel, the EUREKA. Let's learn the poem. I know why the caged bird sings. The poem, Why I Know the Caged Bird Sings, is written by Maya Angelou. She was born in Missouri in America on 4th April 1928. She was a negress, a black writer. She was discriminated on account of her color and gender in America. She raised her voice against such discrimination and hardship endured by the black Americans through this poem. Let me summarize the poem now. The caged bird is the black Americans, and the free bird is the white. The free bird enjoys everything in the society. The free bird flies in the direction of the wind wherever it wants, whereas the caged bird moves within the cage and its vision is limited. It cannot see anything further because its wings are clipped, its feet are tied. It is helpless. Therefore, it begins to sing. Whereas the free bird thinks of another breeze and flies. The fat worms are waiting for the bird to be eaten. It seems the caged bird stands at the grave of his dream. It is frightened. It is helpless. But it has not lost its hope. And therefore, it raises its voice and sings the song so that one day her dream of freedom will be fulfilled. Now, let's watch the video clip of this poem. Open your textbook and have a pen and notebook for writing down the notes. The poem, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Here, the caged bird represents the African Americans in America, the Negroes in America. Whereas free bird is a symbol of white Americans, the white, who enjoy freedom and everything there in America. Now let's directly go to the poem. A free bird lives on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends. A free bird flies in the direction of the wind from the ground or from the tree. with a great pleasure. And it soars high in the sky towards the stream, and it flies till the end of the current. It flies as it wishes. And the next line, and dips his wings the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. The free bird dips in the orange rays of the sun. It immerses the orange rays of the sun and claims that the sky belongs to it. Thus, a free bird enjoys complete freedom. No one can question its freedom. The orange rays of the sun symbolize enjoyment and freedom. Now, let's go to the next stanza. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars or rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. But the caged bird moves within the narrow cage. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage. The caged bird moves within the narrow cage, and the bird that moves in the narrow cage cannot see beyond anything. Its vision is limited. Its movements are restricted because his wings are clipped. His feet are tied. Therefore, it opens its throat to sing the song. It is helpless within the cage, except to raise its voice and sing the song. Next, the third stanza. The caged bird sings with a fearful thrill of things unknown, but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Here, thrill means unsteady sound. Tune means music. The caged bird sings fearfully about the things which it does not know, yet it longed for throughout its life. The caged bird sings a song with fear about the unknown things that it longed for, that it wished for, but it has never seen or experienced in its life. It longed for freedom. It longed for enjoyment. It longed for opportunities. It longed for wealth. But it has never experienced such things in his life. Therefore, his tune is heard. Therefore, the bird sings a song, and the bird believes its song will be heard in a far distant place. Its struggle for freedom will be heard from far distant place. And then the next stanza. The free bird thinks of another breeze and the trade wind sobbed through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn bright long, and he comes the sky is on. Whereas the free bird thinks of another breeze, another opportunity, and flies. Fat worms are waiting for this bird, and the free bird claims again sky as his own. The free bird thinks of another flight and flies with the another breeze. And the trade wind, here it means strong wind. The free bird flies through the trees that seems to make sighing sound on account of the breeze. And the free birds sees the fat worms waiting to be eaten by the free bird early in the morning in the grass. Thus, he claims the sky as his own. So here, the white enjoy freedom. They have opportunities. They have everything for achieving their goal. And the white claim everything as their own. Whereas the black do not have anything of their own. They are discriminated in the society. They have special laws. Blacks are to be oppressed. Black cannot use the public toilets, schools, hospitals. So, the caged bird struggles, whereas the free bird enjoys everything. The next stanza. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, and his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped, his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird stands on the grave of his dreams. Grave, burial ground. It seems the caged bird has lost all the hope. Its dreams are shattered. It is helpless. And therefore, the caged bird thinks it stands on the grave. And when it sees its shadow, it is frightened, as though it has seen a nightmare. Nightmare means a horrible dream. Nightmare, a horrible dream. The caged bird, when it sees its shadow, it screams as though the bird had seen a nightmare. That is to say, when the black think about the freedom, they are frightened. Their struggle for freedom cannot be fulfilled because they do not have any right in America. They could not raise their voice against injustice in the society, but they have to endure all the hardships of their life. They are the slaves of the Americans. And the bird tells, his wings are clipped, his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. His wings are clipped, its feet are tied. It has no freedom. Its movements are restricted. It cannot raise its voice against injustice. Therefore, the bird sings within its cage. And the last stanza is a repetition of the third stanza of the poem. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill. That is to say, the caged bird is helpless. It suffers mentally, physically, and it has to endure all the hardships of the life. Yet, the bird has not lost its hope. The black did not lose their hope. The black wanted to struggle for their freedom, and it seems their struggle for freedom will be fulfilled one day. Just like the song of the bird can be heard at a distant place, at a far place. In the same way, their struggle for freedom, their voice against injustice will be fulfilled one day. They will enjoy freedom and success in their life. They will be considered equal in America. Thus, the poet raised her voice against discrimination and hardship of the black through this poem. Yes, students, now we do not find such discrimination in America and elsewhere in the world, at least legally. Yet, we are chained by our society. We are chained by our religion, our religious leaders, our political leaders, and we are chained by our beliefs, our customs, and our practices. The rich chain the poor, the masters chain the servants. The people are being exploited in the society. The rich do not give proper wages to the poor. The employer does not give fair wages to the employee. In one or other way, we are all chained. Therefore, we have to come out from these chains by our efforts. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Give your feedback and don't hesitate to ask any doubts.